Hi yogis, Cole Chance, happy Halloween. We are at the set, the Robert Rodriguez set. So we're going to do a little thematic flow today, Halloween flow, and build some fire. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the dark side of yoga that you might not know about, and talk today about the Hindu goddess Kali. But her name actually means time devourer. So she devours time and no one can get away. Everybody has to go through this destruction. So a little bit about Kali. She's this wild woman and she has this long bloody tongue, and she wears corpses for earrings, and she wears a skirt of severed arms, and she herself has 4 arms, and she has a sword in one hand, and it's the sword of knowledge, and she has a severed head in the other hand, and that represents the ego, ignorance. So she severs the head of that. Pretty dark force, but she is needed and is mandatory to destruct the world and destruct all of these forces that hold us down and tie us into suffering in order to liberate us. So only through destruction, the cycle of destruction, can things be created and new beginnings happen. So little tidbits for your Halloween. Let's go ahead and come to a seat. Close your eyes. Start to focus on your breath. Trying to bring the breath from the chest down into the belly, and coming from the mind down into the body. Next inhale, lifts the arms, gaze up, fingers touch. And exhale, hands to heart center. And inhale, lift. And exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, lengthens the spine. And exhale, twist. And once more, inhale, lengthen. Twist, just wringing out the spine. Coming back to center. Inhale up. And coming to the left. So moving with breath, using movement and the breath to unhook the mind from other thinking. Any stories on repeat in the mind, twisting. Coming back to center. Inhale up. And hands, heart center. So let's roll over the knees, coming in to child's pose. So knees wide or knees together. Arms long, fingertips up, so aligning underneath the arms. So take a moment here to think about something that you could let go of, something that you wouldn't mind if Kali could sever from your life. Fear, anxiety, old patterns. And it's so good to have the realization. Start to rise, come up, hands behind the back, chest forward. It's so good to have the realization that we don't have to be stuck in these negative and unhealthy patterns, just spreading the collarbone, that we can let that go, we can sever that and come to new beginnings, new creation. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to the floor, shoulders over wrist. I'm going to try not to fall off of this thing here. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, push the ground away. Inhale, drop the belly, pull the chest through. And exhale. One more time.
Starting to build a little heat in the body.
And then push back, child's pose. This time inhale forward, come up onto the knees, pull the feet up, pull the chest through, tilt the head back, collarbone wide, and exhale. And again. Floating cobra, and exhale. And once more. Coming back, child's pose. Inhale here. Release. Plant the hands and we'll come up into down dog. So pedaling out. Thinking about keeping the arch when you pedal out. So attaching or connecting with the pinky toe side. Just making space. Really pushing the ground away, lengthening. Let's inhale, lift the right leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Make some hip circles here. You can really press into the right hand to help turn the chest down. We like to spin all the way open, but we want to have the chest square. Then go ahead and square the hips. Pull the knee to chest. Dome the back. And inhale, lengthen. So building some heat. Notice whenever your breath starts to speed up, maybe you need to slow down a bit. So we're adding movements to the breath, not vice versa. One more time, lengthen. And bring the foot through the hands. Drop the back knee. Inhale up. And exhale, plant the hands. Straighten the front leg, bow. Inhale, low lunge, chest forward. And exhale. And again. Inhale, lengthen, drop the back knee. Inhale up. And hands to earth. Pull the knee back into the chest, downward dog. Let's go to the other side. So inhale, lifts the left leg. Bend the knee, open the hip. The chest wants to turn to the left, but press into the left hand to spin the chest down. Start to make hip circles here. Squaring off the thigh. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, knee to chest. Inhale up. Find length from toe tip to fingertip. Exhale in. Again. And this time planting the foot. Dropping the back knee. Inhale, lift. Shine heart open. Exhale, plant the hands. Straighten the front legs and the hips back. Bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Lengthen. Release. Come forward, drop the back knee. Lift arm, shine heart. Hands to earth. Step back. Down dog. Start to walk towards the hands. Halfway lift, so hands to shins, belly in, cobra in the back, really long from tail to crown, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, bow. This time, hang the torso heavy, bend the knees as you slowly roll up the spine. Maybe
Finding some buoyancy, some zombie-like movements. Bouncing up.
Eventually the shoulders roll onto the back. Head comes on top of the spine. And let's separate the legs here. And we'll do some Kali breath. So let's embody the goddess of Kali, the fierceness. We'll bring the toes out and the heels in and sit low and start to find some buoyancy here. And we'll take the arms. So we'll take the right arm over, left arm under, and you can connect the palms or you can connect the backs of the hands. So we're going to do some releasing breaths. So we'll inhale and then we'll exhale with our tongue out. So think Kali tongue. Loud, audible exhale. And we'll bow forward when we do that. So we're releasing. So you can release anything. It could be a number of things. You can fill in the blank here. Release something that you're ready to get rid of in your life. We all have those things. So again, let's find the arms. So we'll inhale up and then exhale with the tongue out. Inhale up, let it go. And again. Coming up, unleash the hands, straighten the legs. Bring the hands to meet behind the back. Bring the toes in, heels out. Shine the heart forward. Start to take a micro bend in the knees as we bow slowly down. Start to bend in the right knee, and we're going to take the arms to the left, the fist to the left. So opening in that right shoulder, and then back to center. Bending in the left foot, opening to the left, bringing the fist over to the right. And then bowing forward. Release the hands. Halfway lift here. Let's bring the heels back in, and this time we'll set the hips down. So Malasana pose, maybe you bring the feet in here. Bring the hands to heart center to open the thighs. So this is a pose that brings everything into center, everything into core. Sometimes we can get so out there and everywhere. This is kind of a centering pose, bringing things back to center. So let's take the right arm in front. So reach in front as far as you can and reach out to the right. We'll take the left arm up towards the sky. So fingertips are reaching, arm is active, and you can stay right here. You can lean over to the right. Another option is to take the arm behind the back. Maybe you can grab for the thigh. Wherever you are, we're opening the shoulder. So if you notice that you're crouched over, then go ahead and just bring the arm back up. The point of the bind is to be able to open. So one more inhale wherever you are. And then inhale, fingers to the sky. And then bring it back into center. You can take a round of breath here. And then with the left arm, we'll reach around. Inhaling up. And then either reaching over to the left or taking the bind on this side. So reaching around towards the thigh or maybe just behind the back. And inhale, reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bring the hands down to the earth. Straighten the legs, grab both elbows and sway side to side. Let's get into the hips a little bit more. So let's plant the hands and come back into that long, wide leg forward fold. And we're going to actually take the left toes out and we're going to start to bend into the right foot. So this may look like this. You might be staying up, pushing the ground away, straight arms. Or you can start to come down and lift the foot up. And so this is in the half malasana like we just did. Inhale here. And again, we can reach that right arm over. Inhale, left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Come to the other side. So just walk the hands over to the other side. So you can stay up here and reach, or you can come low and reach. So whatever your body's into today. Drop the palms. Come back to center one last time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let's come onto the ground here. So make your way however you'd like. And let's take right leg out, left leg in. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, let's rainbow over to the right. So chest is open. So as long as you can keep the chest open, you can bend over. Once you start to collapse, come up and open. Breathing here. It really is good at getting into that low back. It's that good hurt. Start to lift up. Plant the left hand, take the right arm, and we'll swoop it around to the front. Inhale. Hips forward, heart and hand back. And then exhale, come back around. Let's take the other side. Bring the right leg in, left leg long. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, start to bow over to the left. Not bow, but we'll rainbow, so lateral stretch. So at the point of collapse, when you start to feel that open up, you can even take your hand to your heart and twist the chest open. But find some rhythm with the inhales and the exhales. So even if you feel like it's a stagnant pose, the breath is always moving you. And inhale is always expanding you just a little bit. So go ahead and tap into that. And we'll rise up to center. Let's do a couple back bends. Back bends are really energizing, really heat building. If you're a little tired or you're eating too much candy or something, we just need to open up the heart. And back bends, yeah, they'll great pick me up. So let's take camel pose. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And we'll come up onto the knees. There are several different ways to get into this, but I'll show you a way that I like. I like to tilt the sit bones back, take the fingertips going up and elbows as if they could come together at my back. So instead of just dumping into my back, I'm thinking about opening up my chest towards the sky. And at the same time, I'll press my hips forward. So I'll start to press the hips forward. The heart will open. And you can stay right here. So I'm pressing into the low back. I'm engaging the core to protect the low back, the back body. And if you'd like to drop the hands. Go ahead and stick out your tongue here, and we'll take another Kali breath, so let something go. And then the way you came in, start to sit the hips back. And resist the urge to fold forward right here. So just sit with the eyes closed. Maybe you can feel some energy flowing from that back bend. Another inhale. And release. back up, and I'll show you another version that I really like. So that was camel, and this is dancing camel. So, again, toes tucked, toes untucked. Let's take the right hand, we'll take both arms up. So we'll inhale up, and then we'll take right hand down on an exhale and look back towards the foot. And then inhale up. And then exhale. And up. So this whole time the core is engaged. And you can start to make some organic movements here and make this yours. So if you'd like to start to swing the arm, maybe set the hips back, come around. This is where you can start to find some fluidity. And take a couple more. And coming back to center, sitting back on the heels, closing the eyes. Fluttering the eyes open. It's kind of funny when I open my eyes here. It's so different than the old set. I kind of feel like I'm getting ready to be sacrificed. But this is an incredible opportunity. Beautiful, beautiful. So close the eyes. Bring hands to knees. And tap in to the thing that you would like to sacrifice. This is actually completely resonated together. So something that symbolically you can sever. We all have those things that we're holding on to, we know are not good for us, not healthy for us, not serving us in any way. And we just let them attach, we let them stay, we give them space, we give them energy. And just know that there's something past that. Show up with courage and get past that. And show up with fierceness. Show up with some fire. And burn through some of this suffering. There's so much on the other side. Let's do a little bit of breathing here. So we'll do a 3-part breath. So a short inhale into the belly, hold. Inhale now into the back body and hold. And then inhale into the chest and hold. Then let go out the mouth. So this is to fill up the whole cavity. So again, 3-part inhale. Inhale belly. Inhale back body. Inhale collarbone. And let go. Once more. Inhale belly. And back body. Inhale collarbone. And let it go. Bring arms up, touching at fingertips above the head. Bringing down to heart center. We're going to let this mudra, the fingers pressing into each other, represent bringing in all elements. So bringing in the shadow and bringing in the light. integrating them together. Thank yourself for showing up for yourself today. Much gratitude. Namaste. Inhale and rise. I'll place my hands right here. So we'll just take a moment right here to feel everything going on. Again, you can be pulling back on your right hip to keep your pelvis straight. So let's inhale, hands up.